Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're on. So, cześć, siema, jak leci? Ali here. Hi, Claire. Nice seeing familiar faces. So another Sunday morning, very hot morning too. So I figured it'd be nice to have something from a usually really hot country. And it's one of those Russians that I want to get into, but I'm also a bit worried because this is probably the only time I will ever have it without spending a ridiculous amount of money. This is a Ration from Australia, back 2019. I had an Australian Ration before. It was sort of advertised as a Ration. Apparently, it was not a full one, just leftovers from two packed together. So there are items I never get to try. So this is like first time I actually had a proper full Australian Ration. Components inside, packaging, choice of items will be quite similar to New Zealand Ration. I mean, they kind of cooperate together or not, but there will also be different stuff. One of the other reasons I wanted to get into this one right now is because there's, as far as I know, there might be a fruit cocktail in a can. So I'd rather not wait too long to let it die, as the dying one did. Yeah, without further ado, I can see this is quite a hefty, clear, see-through plastic bag. There's menu letter on this side. Caution, food allergies, whatnot, all sorts of warnings. From what I know, I don't have scales with me right now, but this weighs about 4 pounds or under 2 kilos. Provides you with about 3,500 calories, 24 ration, and there's one more thing I want to share and I forgot. Oh, the name of it, CR1M, Combat Ration 1 Man. And that information is important because it also got PR1M, so it's Patrol Ration 1 Man with refrigerated food, and CR5 Man, so like 5 person day ration. Yeah, big box with enough food to feed a whole crew. Okay, I cut the bag open because, again, I want to preserve it, even though there's not much right on it. So, first thing, it's a long ass letter. An information sheet. And that gives us some general information, statement on food allergens, how to prevent all sorts of issues happening with this ration. That the food has best before date, how to sterilize your water. Okay, so this data provides user information, live calculated from package date and on outside carbo liner. So this pack got about 16,000 kilojoules of energy in it. It provides sustenance for 24 hours and is good for 30 months since package date. So 2.5 years. We're a little past that because the packaging date on this one is 10th of June 2019. So this is 3 years, just a bit past best before. Not too terrible, I guess. We got a whole long ass sheet of information about what's in each menu. Menus go from A to H, so 8 menus. Accessory and all items that are common to all the menus. Then you get the nutritional breakdown of all the items in the rations by weight, protein, fat, carbs, energy content, whether they need water added, mains, soups, beverages, fruit products, soya bars, tuna packs, and continues on the last page. I quite appreciate it. Obviously, this is a way to provide all the important information without having to print it on each individual package. And if you get one sheet for all the menus, you can just pack it into all the bags. And then it explains to you why you need all the proteins, fats, and other stuffs. Okay, I'm going to read this more properly after the stream because I'm curious about other items. But what we got in the bag? Product of New Zealand. Bread. Apparently the best bread there is in the rations these days. White bread, but as close to the actual bread as it can be, apparently. Let's see if it's as good as advertised. Okay, instant mashed potatoes. Then we got first main, Moroccan lamb. So I'm kinda confused by the potatoes. With this kind of meal you'd have to have rice, probably, I think. So maybe freeze-dried rice would be good, but curious combo. Okay, we get some napkins. Citrus cake. And a lot of them got this product of New Zealand information on them. Where's Raina? We're eating New Zealand food. Get some biscuit, cream cracker. And some biscuit jam sandwich. As far as I remember, these are like Dodgers or something. So let me see about that. Natural muesli with fruit and seeds. Nice, proper, big portion for your breakfast. That's a lot of items. Golden pumpkin soup. So like a hot cup. They never had pumpkin soup in that. Whole grain soya bar with seeds, including chia. Pumpkin seed kernels, flax seeds, sunflower, chia, sesame. Sultans, oat bran, wheat puffs. Okay, it's like a soya bar. Non-dairy creamer. Isotonic drink powder, tropical. For optimum performance. Designed to quench thirst, replenish carbohydrate stores, and restore fluid balance. So yeah, besides sugars, it got all sorts of other minerals. Much appreciated in this heat today. Much appreciated. Then we got peppered steak bar. Virtus Originals. Do they have this sort of funny commercials in other countries? Because like Polish commercial for Werther's is, I still remember the first candy I got. It came from my grandfather and made me feel special. Yeah, got that. We got a cute tiny tube of Vegemite. Again, something that only comes in Australian and New Zealand rations. If you don't know what Vegemite is or Marmite is similar to, it's a yeast extract from yeast grown on barley and wheat, and it's chock full of minerals and plain straight umami. Get nice big tube of sweetened condensed milk, 50 grams of that. Get M&Ms. Okay. So far it looks like a quite nice combo of actual meals, you know, muesli, lamb, instant potatoes, and snacks, both sweet and savory. We got a can of diced peaches in syrup. Okay, the can looks good. And clearly there is some fluid inside, so we open it. Got a tiny can of processed cheddar cheese, bagel. Okay, what else? Okay, we got one more tube of plum jam. I can appreciate you put it in tube instead of those little containers, because tube you can always, you know, close up and finish later. And then we got all fruit bar, mixed fruit, more snacks. Chocolate Ration, 50-gram portion. Made in Australia from imported and local ingredients. 20% cocoa solid, so quite low. We'll see how it goes. These are usually pretty bloomed. Okay, we've got container of matches, all sorts of matches, and the striker is both on top and on the bottom. It's handy. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. See, I was trying to find out this information sheet for June 2019 packaging, and the Moroccan lamp, yeah, wasn't there, but the second main was supposed to be sparkball, I believe. They did tell you if they're not able to provide particular lineup, they can replace items as needed, and that's what they did, because our second main is butter chicken. That is a happy food. Although again, it makes me wonder why not rice, because Moroccan lamb and butter chicken with mashed potatoes is a quite interesting combo, I must say. Protein drink, formulated supplementary sports food, coffee flavor. Huh. That is curious thing. It gives you all proper breakdown of minerals, vitamins, and whatnot. Coffee flavored protein shake. Huh. We got some Ziploc bag for leftovers. This covering pad for your dishes. I mean, you might eat it from your canteen cup and you need to clean it after. There's the best Russian spoon ever. Tactical shovel. It's very sturdy, it's nice, deep, proper size. American one is smaller, and this is just best spoon ever. I think I lost my old one, so this is much appreciated. And one other item we got in this bag, it's all empty now, is accessory pack, so all the items that are common to all the menus. And inside that little buggy, we got some rubber bands, you know, again for making sure leftovers are all taken care of. We got a thread. This one is from 2019, so it's 3 years old, half a year after best before. So this is quite fresh, I must say. So we got a thread, field Russian eating device, or frankly ridiculous eating device. Got bottle opener, can opener, and then tiny little spoon here. It's handy. Okay, we got 2 packs of Mentos Pure chewing gum. Tabasco. Get some tomato ketchup. Now we can see how it goes between all the rations, because I guess you can make up extra flavoring for the stew with ketchup, but can't really see how that would work. I mean, you can have ketchup with your cheese. We got 2 instant coffees. What else we got? We got 2 tea bags. We got 2 sugars, 7-gram packages. Okay. Get some black pepper for flavoring and some fine salt. That is quite a selection of items, and I'm quite happy with that. equal parts happy and disappointed we didn't get tuna in this. Also, much disappointed because we didn't get instant noodles with it. Which menu comes with noodles then? Because I'm much disappointed. Okay, menu B. It was supposed to come with butter chicken. Okay, so I clearly had wrong menu sheet. Okay, so protein drink can be it's either or protein drink or coffee. No, protein drink, chocolate or coffee. Two different flavors. Mashed potato comes in all the menus now. Okay, it looks like in 2019 they did away with the noodles. Oh, I'm tiny little bit disappointed. Huh. I mean, in many situations where forces from different countries work together, you know, they just share stuff. But again, like on Reddit, there was some guy from Australian forces too, and he had some of these on hand, ready to trade away. So I guess it depends on where they are stationed, what sort of deployment that is, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I kind of hope for noodles actually. I was much prepared for noodles today. That is a lot of stuff. Okay, let me make a little bit of order here. Clearly we're going to need to make some of the potatoes. I'm going to... Actually, I'm not going to heat up the mains because they're good to eat as they are. Obviously they might be more enjoyable hot, but I can't be bothered to do it today. So yeah, we can try them cold. At the mains. Okay, so potatoes we need some water, and usually we need some water. Bread doesn't need water. I'm just trying to get a little bit organized here because... Okay, cans to the side. Got a lot of desserts. Okay, soup, we'll need water. I'm going to make tea, I'm going to make coffee. Instead adding sugar or creamer, we're going to sweeten it with condensed milk. Isotonic powder will need water. Protein drink will need water. Okay, we're getting home, my friends. We're getting home. Okay, let's start with potatoes. Open pack, add a cup of boiling water, stir well. Obviously, I'm not going to make a whole portion of instant mashed potatoes because with all the other items I have to try, I just can't eat that much at one go. Packed for Wellington, New Zealand. Made in New Zealand. Best before 9th April 2022. And obviously, instant stuff doesn't taste all that well after waiting, after being dehydrated. You want to eat it fresh, so trying to get the powder down. And I'm going to make just a small portion of it. So Again, can I just say, gazetted pouches for freeze-dried, for instant or just the water stuff. For the maize, gazetted pouches, you can stand them on their own. Please, someone teach Americans how to do that. Just a small thing, but makes a lot of difference. Okay. So the turn notch on potatoes was a little bit too high, so I can't open it. And I got potatoes everywhere now. Don't get. Okay. Where did my balls go? Dried potatoes, milk powder, citric acid, hey, sugar chives, okay. Just a small portion of instant mashed potatoes, because I want to have some both for chicken and the Moroccan lamb. This will need water. It should, it kettle boiled right before I started streaming, so it will come alive again soon. So I'm giving it time to, come to life. Natural muesli with fruits and seeds, rolled oats, dried fruit, dried papaya, apricots, raisins, pineapple, cranberries, apples. And that's all that is in the ingredients list actually. We got oats, and we got fruits, and I got pumpkin seeds. And obviously fruits are dried with sugar, but that's it. Very, very short ingredient list, again, very clean. Let's make ourselves a portion. Not too big. The rest will get finished later. So we'll have that. Pumpkin soup, 250 ml of water. Okay, I can do that. Okay, because I'm going to make a full portion of soup and just part of the protein drink, I think. Okay. And you see we get all the information per serving, then per 100 grams. Ingredients are not as happy as you might imagine, but that's what you get for instant soup. Okay, so this is a bit caked. And I'm dropping powder everywhere today, seems like, so that's not optimal, I think. It kind of looks like dried egg yolks. It's kind of yellow. Okay, what next? Tea and coffee. I want big tea today, I want small coffee. And as I said, no cream or sugar, I just sweeten it. I will sweeten it with condensed milk after it's, stewed, brewed, not. packaged in New Zealand. See a lot of kiwi stuff in it. Just your regular instant coffee. Smelling good though. Tea, coffee, isotonic drink calls for 500-600 ml of water. Can be more actually. So what that means, I'm going to empty a little bit of water out of my water bottle. Okay, well, it should be around 600 ml, maybe a little above that. But that will make mixing it easier and will make it easier for me to just drink it over the day. Tropical flavor. Yeah, it smells like a regular tropical kind of drink. I think in this part of the world they also call tropical exotic, as you know, kind of like papaya, pineapple, mango kind of flavors. These are not fruit we got. So on top of being tropical, they're also exotic. And give it a shake. Okay, it dissolves beautifully. Some sugar still left on the bottom, so you will give it a moment before pouring into a glass. And last thing we got is protein drink. Could have been chocolate, we got coffee flavored. Whole sachet goes for 200 ml of water, hot or cold. I'm going to try and figure out like a quarter of it maybe, just for a small portion. Maybe half, we'll see. No. It's a half, maybe a little less than half, I think. Okay, so more powder to clean, and let me grab my kettle now. Okay, I need to put some more water on. Stir what we can stir. So muesli is a bit watery right now. It might soak up the water more. It's one of those things when you add as much water as you want, make it to your favorite consistency. Golden pumpkin soup. I had a pumpkin cake. I probably pickled some pumpkin, but that's about all I had pumpkin wise. So some croutons in it, and the color is just lovely. Colors like mango smoothie or something. Huh. Okay, there's that. Let's mix the potatoes. See, yeah, they will need a lot of more water. So they already smell nice, but that needs a lot more water. And about 100 ml for the protein drink. Maybe a bit under that. Okay. See, and that's where thread comes in handy. When your spoon is tied up in your potatoes, you can just use that to stir. I just carry one in my wallet, because you never know when you need a bottle or can opener actually. Okay. This will get on the tray soon enough. Coffee, tea, water is almost on, so that's good. Okay, it seems like the only glass I got left is this one, so we have a tiny portion of the isotonic drink. And the rest will just come straight from the bottle after the stream. I really appreciate when they put, the kind of size for the portion, like when it's not just for a cup of water, but for a water bottle. I think it's really smart too. Okay, so there's the tray. And there's a lot of other items to get out. Okay, water's almost on, so I grab that and then we unpack all else. Quite a bit more water to potatoes. Tea. Yeah, black tea isn't my favorite, but it's good enough. So, ooh, so fluffy. But it looked like it still could use a little bit more water. Maybe not. Stir it completely, and this is fine. So let's see, we got bread. Smells pretty close to American wheat snack bread. Feels a bit softer. That's what it looks inside. Kind of similar, but a bit more squishy than that one. Okay, we got bread. We got some citrus cake. Oh, it's moist. And It smells very citrusy. Very citrusy indeed. Biscuits, jam sandwich. Okay, we got two jammy dodgers. Oh, we got a heart and a circle. We got options. And then we got some biscuit cream cracker. They feel a bit broken in the bag, so I will try to open them very carefully. Yeah, they're much broken. That can happen to something so small and crumbly. But yeah, as the packaging goes, these are crackers. Can we focus? Get the focus here, please, maybe. It's a crackers. And the mess on my tray now. Snack-wise, we also got whole grain cereal bar with seeds, including chia. Yeah, I'm going to resort to knife from now on, I think. Okay. It gets all sorts of broken. That's the seeds and nuts. I appreciate how you can clearly see all the actual seeds used. Chia and sunflower and sesame seeds, and I think pumpkin seeds too are in there. And then we got all fruit bar, mixed fruit. So I assume this will be kind of like fruit leather or fruit jelly. Yep, pretty much what it is. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make grown-ass men eat their fruit happily, without complaining. I mean, clearly we got a can of actual fruit, but this will probably stay good for longer. And because it's, you know, a dessert, because it's sweet, that's one easy way of getting your fruit portion, your vitamins, your minerals, your fiber in. Peppered steak bar, ready to eat beef snack. So this is clearly item you can get in the store, but again, snacky, easy enough to get your protein in. Oh, it smells nice. It smells very nice. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to start mixing things together because this is getting a bit ridiculous. We got some, okay, let's open the cheese now. And there's no pull tab, as you can see, but you got the tin opener on your thread. And it might take me a little bit of time to get into this. So I really hope you have nowhere to be. Like, I don't know what you're actually doing here. Watching my uneducated rumblings on food. It's a bit tricky, and if you got bigger can, that might take you ages. But for something that, you know, can multitask and fits so easily into your wallet, this is quite nice actually. Yep, that's our cheese. Processed cheese. Obviously we got the jam, the tubes are all locked. Yum. Jam. We got Vegemite. I don't know if you watch, if you know Steve, 1899 on YouTube. He ate Vegemite straight from the tube, like pour the lots on his spoon and then just suck it straight from the tube. Like, dude, you're weird. You can be many men without doing that. So sweetened milk. I should probably take out my tea bag soon. Oh yeah, chocolate is completely bloomed. And if you wonder why this white, that's fat separation. And it happens because of the hot water. You can actually see the fat coming out from the chocolate apart. And that's one thing that surprised me, because countries that get high temps usually get better at different formulation for the chocolate. There are stuff that can be mixed into pure chocolate to make it more heat stable. So this clearly isn't like the best chocolate for hot climates. And then we got chocolate M&Ms, bit broken, bit bloomed as well, nothing too bad. We got Vertus original candy. I can open it, but probably won't eat it on stream. Yep, perfectly fine. Vertus or Vertus original. I think Vertus is the right way. Production December 2018, expiration March 2020. Okay, so this is a bit older. And March 2020 would be before the best before for the whole ration. So someone didn't check that. We got chewing gum, we got Tabasco, and we had ketchup somewhere. There we go, and we got ketchup. Let me take this out, because my tea doesn't need to be that strong. This can go. Okay, we still need to open the fruit can. Jeez, so much stuff. So much stuff. So for 24 hours, you're definitely fed. You're probably quite happily fed. Careful now. So the first cut is always most tricky, and then you just follow the rim and keep digging the blade into the can. One more bowl, ridiculously big compared to this can, but that's all I got. Okay, so the probably should get a bit more. So the syrup is perfectly clear. As time goes and the quality starts to deteriorate, syrup usually turns darker kind of golden, going to brown. Same applying to fruit in it. I should be able to open it now. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's yep, perfectly fine portion of canned diced peaches. Okay, managed to clean my hands a little bit because they sticky from the syrup. Let's get the potatoes onto the tray. Some menus used to come at some point with freeze-dried rice, just plain rice, and I think that would work more naturally with Moroccan lamb and butter chicken. But again, this looks like all sorts of familiar flavors, nothing too challenging, nothing too adult almost. But yeah, food that will keep you happy, that will work nice for morale. Chicken, reconstituted coconut milk, onion, cooked brown rice. Oh, this comes with rice, okay. That's interesting. Tomato paste and thickener. So we wouldn't even need, okay, let me just put that aside. So because this is not warmed up, it's all just one mass. So you have to remember that when judging quality. And then lamb, water, chickpeas, reconstituted vegetable broth, sultanas, tomato paste. Okay, so this one doesn't have any. Oh, but the chicken is spicy. Nice. This one doesn't have any included starches. So it's supposed, kind of like it's supposed to go with potatoes. Oh, with bread. It's thick as well. Nice dark with spices and brown sugar. Okay, now if you excuse me, I'll just take a quick photo of this whole spread of food. Just for my own purposes. Well then, I guess we should get to eating. I'm going to actually try tea without anything in it, because, no, why not? Bit too, I think when I drink my black tea without additives, I like it a bit lighter, a bit more, almost maybe floral. This one is very dark and on the bitter side. Might be because I had the tea bag in for quite some time, but I think it's just how it's just the kind of tea they chose. It is quite aromatic, just as my cup of tea. So we add some sweet, add some milk, and same with coffee. And you can see how the age is already getting to the milk. It's getting yellowish, goldenish, very fresh. Sweet condensed milk is a bit lighter than that. So though, perfect snack. As kids we used to. It's quite thin too, because the sweet condensed milk that I remember from my childhood that we just buy by tubes and suck it out straight from the tube. It was a bit thicker, a bit more sugary. No complaints though, it's a super nice snack. And again, you can use it to sweeten drinks. You can use it to add to your muesli, which we'll do in a second. You can just snack on it. It's an easy way to. Ooh, that is nice. It's an easy way to get your sugars and a little bit of a white in your proteins in. Spoke too soon. Clearly instant coffee. I don't hate it. It's not greatest, but so as you can remember, that was thick natural muesli, which is just rolled oats, dried fruit, and pumpkin seeds. The white kind of liquid is kind of like what oats in water leave behind. So it tastes very plain. And then you got a little big boost of flavor from dried fruit. I actually enjoy how plain that is. Because there's nothing in there, just oats and dried fruit and pumpkin seeds. And it still tastes quite creamy and smooth. But if you don't like that, if you want a little bit more milkiness and sweetness in your muesli, you can add condensed milk. You can even make it more fruity with some jam. I started adding jam to my muesli from when I got one on the French rations, because that's the perfect combination there. Give that a stir, and now it will be all milky and sweet and just Okay, this now. This comes as a dessert. Dude, so smooth and creamy. Okay, Adi, leave some space for the rest of the stuff. This is the thing I appreciate a lot, and I'm pretty sure it must be appreciated by people to actually get to these rations. You can eat it plain. You can spice it up the way you want to do it, so there's no boredom with your food. Cheers. Oh, okay. So the isotonic, yeah, vaguely fruity, vaguely tropical fruity. What I appreciate a lot is actually you can taste salts in it, but they're very faint in the background. I have problem with salty drinks. That's why I don't drink isotonics even when I should. This got the perfect balance. Yeah, this works for me. So this is 2 points for that. Okay, let's try the bread just on its own first. It is different. It is a bit closer to actual stale bread than American wheat snack bread is to bread. It's quite yeasty actually too. I don't love it, but it's definitely a step higher than the American Western bread, so I get points for that. And it doesn't clog your mouth. I don't need to have a drink after, so there's extra points for that as well. Okay, so let's try some bread with the Morgan lamb, which is lamb with sauce and raisins, or sultanas, and some chickpeas and spices. Even cold, it smells quite nice. Vaguely tomatoey. There's some tomatoes in the base, but not too much. The spices, at least my spices. Wow. Oh wow. Give me a second. So maybe because I'm eating cold, so the flavors need time to fully blossom. But when you start to eat it, yeah, okay, it's nice. Chickpeas nice, tender, meat is soft. And you can tell it's actual pieces of meat and not, some processed meat paste made in chunks. But yeah, especially for lamb, I think that's top marks because it's not chewy, it's not dry, it's not tough. And then as you chew, the flavors just bloom on your palate. I can't tell you the individual spices. I'm not able. I'm just not educated in foods enough to pick out and name individual spices. But the way they just keep rolling out in my mouth, I almost want to shut up and just let them do that. Just experience them. Yeah, it's a very, very nice, awesome combo. Mm. Mm. Sometimes food just tastes like happiness, and this is it. Mm. I can't tell you what it is, whether it's a single spice or a mix of spices. But it puts my head in some very happy space right now. And because of the chickpeas, which are quite starchy in texture, you don't need to. You can eat it with bread, but you don't need. You can just eat it as it is on its own. It's full, complete meal in a pouch. Um, and I think this just went up to the top of my favorite pouch meals. I had some good meals before, but this is it's so simple, It's just mm. Ah, I'm so confused. Why it's so good? It really tickles my brain in some very happy way. And yeah, it's got vitamins and minerals added, so one way to get your good stuff in. Okay, moving on because I would just get stuck on it. So mashed potatoes, which can be meal and so on, I guess. Some chives, always appreciated. A bit plain. Um, Actually, wouldn't mind adding a bit of salt or ketchup to it. Yes, I do eat my mashed potatoes with ketchup sometimes. But yeah, they kind of want. I think a bit of low salt to pair up with whatever mains you may have. Then again, that's adding to the potatoes and not really adding to the lamb, for example. Okay, mix that. Thing is, lamb doesn't need it. Potatoes do need some extra flavor. They're not bad, but I had better, actually, I think. Okay. They're quite fluffy though, so that's nice. Okay, taking a break from big flavors because my mouth still is on fire from this. Let's have some tea. Sweet, milky tea. Oh, that's nice. Very milky, not too sweet. Yeah, despite being sweetened, this sweet condensed milk isn't that sweet. Like when added to tea. But this is nice. This is a very nice pairing right now. Okay, I already had some jam on its own. Just to show you. Nice color. Of course, my camera can't decide to focus on it. Okay, I'm going to take it down by for the decent sounds. So plum povidel actually is my favorite food condiment. This is jam. This is the different consistency, different way of preparation, different ratio of fruit to sugar. But damn, it is good. And with this bread, that's what this bread was made for. Not for the mains, for the jam. And I know you're not so. Ooh, we could add Vegemite to the potatoes. Probably too late for it to mix them properly, but I'm going to drop some for later. And yes, I know you're not supposed to just eat it straight because that's too much flavor. On a toast with some butter and this is nice. I added some to my oatmeal one day. Wasn't bad, but a bit of a flat flavor. Needed something to break it up, so I added an egg, and that was good. But yeah, apparently this is the kind of food that you either love or hate. But it got lots of B vitamins, so that's good for you. Also, sodium for your salt levels if you sweat a lot in hot water. It's been some time since I had Vegemite. It's there. It's not my favorite thing to eat, but I can certainly appreciate it. And on the bread, good enough. I'm tempted to try it with jam and Vegemite, but I don't feel I'm that experimental today. Okay, let's try some of the potatoes just to see if it will add any extra nice flavor to that. That is one way to bring them to life. You probably would want to squeeze some in while they're rehydrating, while the water is still hot, to help mix all those flavors, but that works. That certainly works. Has anyone seen my thread? No, it's in a can with syrup. Okay. Cheese. See, processed cheese. But it's hard cheese, not, spread like the American ones. Mmm. It's very creamy, but also on the sharper side. Hmm. So I'm not really into creamy cheeses, but this is just like on the verge between creamy and hard, and because of the savoriness in it. Cheese, jam, bread. That's life. Mm. Vegemite and cheese and toast. Okay, okay. I tried it next time because cheese, jam, this bread. Perfect combo. So far, this Russian is like, some Russians got super fancy ideas of a meal, what to put in it, and sometimes they got simple ideas, and then they fail on execution. This is simple flavors. This is similar to cheese. You got jam, you got bread, you got mashed potatoes, you got okay, margot lamb is a bit unusual, but it's butter chicken. It's a very white food. You got the very plain muesli. So they're not like some big fancy ideas, but the execution, right there on the spot. Um, it's a very happy food, and just it's the care to details, that makes it so good. Okay, so this is like a jerky or beef steak. Oh yeah, there is pepper in it. There's pepper, pure black pepper. There's some sweetness to it. A very nice chewiness too. And again, you can drop that in your backpack if you don't eat on the day. This will hold for days, weeks, months. A very handy source of protein. Also good because you need to chew on this. You won't just swallow it. So it takes time. It keeps you occupied. It keeps your mouth occupied. Lots of lots of purposes to this one meat stick. Okay. Let's see the butter crackers that had some writing on them, but they're way too broken to read that now. Just plain crackers, not salted. Yeah, as a snack, or to mix up with jam or Vegemite. That would work quite nice, I think. Yeah, on their own, just plain crackers, not even salt on them. So I guess if they were whole, they would have perfect um, base for jam or for the Vegemite, or even you can make a sandwich with your sweetened milk if you feel like a child. So pumpkin soup, it does smell a lot like pumpkin. Um, it's not my favorite vegetable. I don't hate it, but also mm, I don't love it, and the smell doesn't help. But let's give it an honest try. See, you can even eat soup with a spoon, like proper. Oh yeah, that's pumpkin. If no one told you it's pumpkin, you would still be able to tell it's pumpkin. Mm. Oh, that's sweet. Not spicy at all. Um, Thick but not too thick. You can just drink it as it is, as a warm-up drink. Um, or as a soup. You could probably mix it with mashed potatoes, but I wouldn't recommend that. Kind of like, make cream soup. Um, Solid enough. Solid enough. Okay, let's get into butter chicken with brown rice, I believe it was. Yeah, cooked brown rice. Hmm. Ooh. Ah. Um, it's spicy. The good kind of spicy. Like it burns, but it doesn't numb your mouth. Um, I don't think I got a piece of chicken in it actually. So let me try and dig out one from the pouch. Hmm. Unless it's not in chunks, but some other form. Because as I'm digging, there's no solid chunks, other than chunks of onion. So it might be like shredded chicken. Um, you can definitely taste the rice, all the spices in it. Mm, okay. Um, I get chicken now, so it's a tiny bite of chicken, like this tiny. And it looks like thigh meat. Mm, so it's more flavorful than breast, for example. Mm. See, this just calls for rice. Um, I mean, there is rice in it, but just fresh. Um, okay, let's make sure. Mm, mm. There is rice in it, but it's not a lot. So you could safely pair this with fresh cooked, fluffy white rice. Mm. And the flavors in there. So I know butter chicken is made by white people, like Brits probably. Um, It's like, or it's made for white palates. I love it. I love it. It's it's spicy, but the flavors are still there, still blooming. And it's not one flavor I can pinpoint. It's like symphony on my palate. Yeah, I won't deny I'm a simple girl. I'm not educated in food. I just like what I like. I like this a lot. If I had to choose between the lamb and butter chicken, uh, please don't make me choose. I love them both. And if you look at the ingredients list, okay, for the lamb, sorry, for the lamb, those 3 lights, and similar for the butter chicken. This gets similar shelf life as American rations, okay. And yes, there are some regulators, but there's not a lot of those. Okay, so they got some flavor enhancers. I don't care. No, I don't care. Oh, sorry. I don't care because it is delicious. And that's the point of this food. This food must be appealing for the people who eat it and to get the energy. I'm just going to shut up. Okay. And if you could come here and eat this food, you would agree with me. It's bloody delicious. Like, oh! Okay, so we got the all fruit bar. It's lighter in the inside. Oh my. All the delicious flavor of dried fruits. And the smokiness of dried fruit. And the sweetness, but it's not sugary sweet. Yummy. It's not fruit leather. It's closer to fruit jelly, but denser than that, a bit more chewy. Yummy. Oh my. Okay, so a grain bar with seeds and I think dried fruits in it as well. So this tastes a lot like grains, little bits of fruit in it. It doesn't taste like when you get this kind of cereal bars in Russians, they usually soak in some kind of syrup or sugar to make them sweet. I'm pretty sure this one yeah, there's no way I can find the wrapper now. This one must have some added too, but it's such a low level. You have the sweetness because it's a bar, something for it to be sweet, but it's not first and front. First and front are the grains, these seeds, and they come with their own flavors. It's like with muesli. This lacks on sweetness, but you don't mind that because there's enough flavor as it is. So good, so fucking good. Okay, so let's try the bloom chocolate. It just crumbles completely because that's what happens when chocolate blooms. It's perfectly fine to eat. Obviously texture changes, so that might affect your enjoyment. Also, the flavor might not be as nice. Mm. Yeah. Oh, while it was alive, it was very milky chocolate. Not my favorite. I prefer dark chocolate. This is very sweet, but yeah, okay, nice. But yeah, very, 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 very crumbly from the blooming. So Australians try to make maybe something more heat resistant. You know, we got hot climates, and there are ways to do that. Um, I think the British hot climate Russian got something like that. Some other ones they got some kind of fillers added to chocolate to prevent separation blooming. It doesn't taste as nice though because of the fillers. So I guess Australians decided happy soldiers, happy chocolate soldiers. Um, they just consider that more important than heat stable chocolate. So protein drink, smooth, should be thickish. And it's supposed to be coffee flavor, but it's some flavor. Not sure if it's coffee. Maybe. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. I mean, it might be because, you know, I got all sorts of flavors in my mouth. But this is my least favorite protein drink so far. In all the Russians. Just like, no, no, thank you. Thank you, but no, thank you. And if we go into the desserts and the biscuits, jammy dodgers. Ain't they cute? Such a small silly thing, you know. All sorts of cookies or biscuits they put in, and they put this. So that's cuteness points, I guess. Hmm, that's nice, I guess. Um, not like, oh yeah, yeah, give me more, but nice. Nice biscuits, tea. Now they're much nicer. Hmm. Okay. Let me just finish that. Yeah. um. What can I tell you about jammy dodgers? Shortbread. Jam inside. I guess it's just one of the things that make the guys and girls think of home. Nice, not my favorite, but with tea, perfectly fine dessert. Speaking of desserts, we got the citrus cake. Oh, okay. It's dense, it's moist, very moist indeed. It smells very citrusy. Um, like actual lemon citrusy, but lemon flavorings citrusy. So moist. Mm. A bit too moist, actually, I think. Mm. but a nice cake nonetheless. And again, um, compared to the American cakes in Russians, I mean they both crumble and stuff. American ones stick to your palate so much you end up having to finish your drink just to clean your mouth of that. Because basically what they do is suck out all moisture and glue themselves to everywhere. Um, this one doesn't do that. This one goes down quite nicely actually. Um, if you were eating for pure enjoyment, it calls for something else. It's just, plain citrusy cake. You can add to that. You can add some condensed milk, kind of like a. I'm getting a bit too full now, but sort of icing of your sweetened condensed milk. Oh my. That little bit of extra sugar from the milk. So it's a completely different cake. I know that sugar is curry flavor, but there should be enough sugar in it already. So this is kind of nice combo. Dude, that's a happy food. Okay, I'm going to open the ketchup. Just because I'm curious on which end of sweet tomatoey vinegar it is. There's no vinegar per se in the ingredients. It's water, tomato paste, sugar, food acid. So technically there is some vinegar-like flavor. Thickness, salt, spices and preservatives. Again, made in New Zealand. Ooh, okay. It's quite dark. It smells quite vinegary though. Oh yeah, it's very acidic. It almost tastes hot. So much on the acidic side. My favorite. But not the worst. And again, because it's on the acidic, on the hot side, you can add a little bit of kick to your meal without adding Tabasco, for example. I had better. So we got a portion of diced peaches in syrup. And they're still quite firm actually, so that's nice. Still very firm. You can bite into them and not just mush in your mouth. I think I had American Russians or some other, or maybe Canadian, when I had protein syrup in a pouch. Less than 3 years old, when the fruit were turning to mush. These are perfect. You know when you get a peach and it's just right. It's ripe enough to be sweet and juicy and soft, but it's not overripe, so you can still have something to bite into, and not just not just suck on it. This is how you get guys to eat fruit. Um, okay. So it kind of tastes like the fruit, the syrup gets a little bit of acidity added, so it's not cloyingly sweet. But since it's thick enough, that's actually syrup and not just very light one. Dude, this is food done right. This is food done right. Like you wouldn't believe. So obviously M&Ms, chocolate M&Ms, nothing special here. Very crumbly, bit bloomed. Still nice and crunchy. I'm not going to try the candies and chewing gum when it comes soon. Oh, Mentos Pure Fresh, Pure Breath with green tea extract chewing gum. And the reason I'm not getting gum in yet is because I will want to finish the mains after I end the stream. So obviously chewing gum now isn't the best idea, but you get like 2 big pieces of it with some sort of going by the wrapper liquid center. So this might be nice. Okay, I'm full. I'm pretty full. Mighty full actually. Trying all those little bits and pieces of it. So Australian rations are one of those that are a bit harder to get. Just as Europe and the States, and prices are usually a bit inflated. If you get in touch with someone from Australia, and they can get one out for you, obviously the postage will be higher, but and there's also the company that produces these pouches. Also easily sells them on the civilian market, so I think they call it a hunger buster or something. Means ready to eat, prepared foods, New Zealand. You can find them. That's judging by those two, by the butter chicken and Moroccan lamb, they're totally worth it. If you can just find the pouch meals, that might be a good idea for just having on hand in case you can't be bothered to cook, because this is like proper meal. And then they get all the extra points for the jam, for the cheese, for the bread, for the muesli, canned peaches, for the isotonic that doesn't taste like crappy salt, like salted crab. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So Moroccan lamb, butter chicken, a bit unusual for Russian food. But judging by the quality, if you get spaghetti bolognese, spag bol or something like that, what other mains we can get in those? Because I'm curious. So in 2019, other mains would be Asian beef, vegetables and black bean, lamb casserole, Moroccan lamb korma, spag bol, chicken italiano, chili con carne, chicken korma, beef and pasta, potato and chickpea curry, French lamb stew, meatballs with baked beans, Malay lamb curry, chicken and wild rice, lamb and tomato sambal. So they're dipping into cuisines of all the people that came into Australia, and they're doing it right. They chose meals that are meant to be, one pot kind of meal, so that all the ingredients mix in and the flavors just work. Sometimes the Russians are either leaning very heavily on one flavor, or they underspiced, so you can, you know, make them up to your mind. This is just perfection. And it's not that I'm super hungry today, but they were beautiful, beautiful texture, flavor, all in there. The bread works too, actually, when paired with right items. Okay, not a fan of the protein shake. Coffee just not my thing. But yeah, all in all, it's a glorious ration. um, and I might be out on hunt for another one eventually. Uh, okay, 3,500 calories. So this is for active soldier. For civilian, like this could be enough food for 2 days if you know, spread out, divide it right. And for those 2 days, you'd be fed like a king. Okay, that's me. If you're still here, I don't know what you're still doing here. It's a great day. Go outside. Um, go hug your family. Go eat something nice that's not 3 years old and prepackaged. But yeah, this was a look into Australian 2019 B menu of 24-hour CR1M combat ration one man, and it was a glorious one. Very, very happy food indeed. Um, and I just can't wait when I heat up the lamb and the chicken properly, because I was in them cold. When heat up, when the sauce gets all smooth and liquid, that's going to be glorious. I'm using glorious a lot today, but this ration is really, really worth the top marks. They might need to work on the chocolate to prevent blooming, but yeah. So yeah, Australian ration, 24-hour ration menu B, Moroccan lamb and buttered chicken on all the fixings of it. I could just go for rice instead of mashed potatoes, but that's just me. Okay, wrapping up now. Thank you for joining me. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you didn't mind me rambling too much. That's it for today. I'll see you next week. No plans yet. If you want to help me, there's a link to Google poll below the video, or you can just find me on Twitter. There might be a poll coming up there eventually. And yeah, see you soon. Adi out. Bye bye.